women have helped men to fight or stand up for good cause of a liberation of underprivileged people, dating back to slavery and colonization. And going back to African history, the lack of men have led King of Dahomey, we all know that history, to recruit women to form Amazon army in Dahomey to fight in colonization. So we have power. And also in South of Africa, in Zulu culture, the Zulu culture, the Zulu women have contributed in shaping the monarchy in 18th century and 19th century. And then in our modern days, women still fighting. So we have to do our parts. And throughout history, women leadership have been proven to impact people's lives, and that's true. In the community, in the society, and around the world. African women, especially Togolese women, we are resilient. No matter what we face, we have to know that. And we know it too. We are very resilient. We come to America here. We face so many struggles, but yet we are thriving to make a better life for ourselves, and we are doing it with love, loyalty, and resilience. We become doctors, nurses, lawyers, social workers, business owners, entrepreneurs, director of companies, political figures, so on and so on. And we are doing it again. Yet, we must not forget who we are. Our culture, belief, and value have made us who we are in this country today. Therefore, we must always remember where we are coming from and where we are going. We must focus as a woman in American Togolese community. We must raise, we must educate, and we must guide our children and set a great foundation for them to follow so they can grow up and be a responsible citizen in our community, in the society, and in the world. We must teach them to do right thing. The right thing we are doing now, we must teach them. And right thing to do when nobody is watching. So they can be leaders as well as we are now. As women in American Togolese community, our voice is very important to get the objective done. The objective we have set forth. Our voice, we need our voice. And it's very important to be in. Although women have come a long way in America, the inequality of women in leadership is relevant in our beloved country, Togo, and here in our community as well. Togolese women are still viewed as a subordinate to men. So it is very important for us, women in American Togolese community, to step in the leadership role, to be a voice, to close the gap in the leadership here in America and in our beloved country, Togo. We must use our voice, our spoken words, our knowledge and action to serve our community. We must know the power we have, the power to speak life. Yes, we women, we have that. The power to empower and the power to inspire. When women organize, when we put our voice together, we make changes, we make difference, and we impact lives. We as women in American Togolese community We must have the courage to stand up for others, especially for our people in back home who have no access to drinking water. I mean, drinking water. They have no access to health care, adequate health care. We don't have it. In Togo, our health care centers become abattoirs, and I know each one of you here know that. They become abattoirs. When you get into accidents, when you get sick, even though if it's a little paludism or whatever they call a fever, you go to the hospital or those health centers, you pray God to come out alive. And you know the unthinkable. Briefly, we must stand up for our people who lack of basic needs to live their day-to-day life. Having courage to start doing it in a small way should be our goal as a women in American Togolese community. My favorite quote from Maya Angelou is, "Be a rainbow in someone's cloud." So let us women in American Togolese community be a rainbow in our community. We must find a way to serve our community. And Dr. Luther King had said it once. Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great. Because greatness is determined by service. We must use our leadership to serve our community. By doing so, we need to step in and bring our share in building a strong community here in America and back home. Women in American Togolese community, I know we can do it. To conclude, I will leave with you with my favorite quote from John Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Thank you.